another wrestler to pursue other ventures. Their time in the WWE ring is coming to a close. Whilst retirement may be on the horizon for these 10 wrestlers, it's important to appreciate them whilst they're still around and celebrate and applaud their contributions to the wonderful world of pro wrestling. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 WWE wrestlers that will retire in 2023. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts, just dedicated to wrestling shorts. Number 10, Bobby Lashley. It's an ongoing joke on social media that Bobby Lashley never seems to age. Lashley looks, moves and wrestles like he just did in 2006, and there appears to be no signs of stopping the former WWE champion. Lashley in recent years has truly evolved and revitalized his career. He's managed to put it all together from an in-ring and character perspective and has slowly but surely ascended to becoming one of the top stars in the entire WWE. Whilst Lashley remains in this top spot in WWE, his time as an in-ring competitor may be coming to a close within the next few years at least. Lashley will turn 47 in the summer of 2023, and Lashley has always made it perfectly clear that he will wrestle until he's 50 and then call it a day. Obviously, there's nothing stopping Lashley wrestling beyond the age of 50, but Lashley seems like a man of his word, so we could be witnessing the final stages of the Almighty's epic career unfolding before our very eyes. Number 9, Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey returned to WWE at the start of 2022, and her second run hasn't lived up to her prior 2018 to 2019 run in the company. Rousey's work has fallen flat, and feuds with the likes of Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan and Shotzi have done little to generate excitement. We know that when Rousey returned to WWE in January of 2022, her deal was for 1 year, which means that her contract will expire in January of 2023. It makes sense for Rousey to sign an extension, which would subsequently see her work to WrestleMania 39 in April, but following this, Rousey could hang up her boots for good. Rousey is financially stable, and a reaction to her second run of the company may lead to her calling it quits on WWE and leaving the world of pro wrestling behind indefinitely. Number 8, Tamina. One of the most tenured female stars in WWE is Tamina, and while she's beloved by her peers, it's evident that Tamina is never going to win the big one in WWE. Tamina is currently 44 years old, and it could be time for the former women's tag team champion to transition into a backstage role and leave her in-ring career behind. Tamina's positive relationship with talent backstage could really help her in a role such as a coach or a producer, but it's unclear what Tamina's plans are for when she inevitably decides to call it a day. Number 7, AJ Styles. And when AJ Styles signed for WWE in 2016, fans had no idea how WWE would use him. AJ was one of the greatest in-ring talents in the world, but it was questioned if the former WWE chairman Vince McMahon would be a fan of what AJ brought to the table. Thankfully, AJ became one of the top stars in the entire company, winning the title on a number of occasions and having classic feuds with the likes of John Cena and The Undertaker. AJ signed a new WWE contract in 2022, and whilst this is fantastic news for fans of the Phenomenal One, AJ has publicly revealed that this will be his final ever in-ring wrestling contract. When this WWE contract comes to a close, he will retire and hang up his boots for good. You have to assume that AJ will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame upon his retirement, and it would be great to see the wrestling legend stick around in some capacity. AJ has hinted that he would be interested in taking on a backstage role in NXT, and this would be something that WWE should explore, as AJ brings decades of experience and knowledge that WWE simply can't afford to waste. Number 6, R-Truth. R-Truth is a talent that hasn't aged in the past 2 decades. His work is the exact same quality it was in the Attitude Era, and it's crazy to think that the former US champion is one of the most tenured stars in the entire company. Truth has had great success in WWE, and whilst he never won the title, he's been involved in some hilarious comedic segments which will stand the test of time. Truth also has a thriving relationship with everyone in the company, and this includes WWE management. Unfortunately, Truth's career appears to be winding down, and in a late 2021 interview on the WWE After the Bell, Truth revealed that he has made plans for his WWE retirement. Luckily, Truth revealed that he does want to stick around in WWE in some capacity, and he hopes that this will be in the WWE creative department, which would be a great fit for one of WWE's most entertaining and beloved stars. Number 5, John Cena. The run John Cena had as WWE's top star was like nothing had ever come before. Cena was WWE's star attraction, and this popularity remained intact, and some would even say even grew as Cena's career progressed. Cena has decided to take a step back from WWE in recent years to explore his acting career, and Cena, similarly to The Rock and Batista, has become a huge box office attraction. Sadly, this has meant that Cena's WWE appearances are limited, and as things stand, Cena is semi-retired. Cena has made it perfectly clear that whilst his time in WWE hasn't officially come to an end, he doesn't have many more matches in him. Cena's speech during a UK Comic Con in the summer of 2022 highlighted this, saying, "I know I'm not done in the ring, but I am realistic where I am in my life. I'm 45, and I can tell you from being a 16-time champion, it's very tough to win, and the top of that mountain is a young man's game." Number 4. Rey Mysterio. The influence that Rey Mysterio has brought to the wrestling world is undeniable, and the day that the iconic masked star finally retires is going to leave a massive void in WWE. Mysterio has always stated that he plans to wrestle until he's 50 years old, and as Mysterio is 48, this leaves fans with a very short window to appreciate and see Mysterio live in person. Mysterio's contributions to the wrestling world go deep, as Mysterio has given smaller wrestlers a chance of success thanks to him being a legitimate main event level draw, and this is something that can never be taken away from the masked former world champion. Mysterio has never outright discussed what his plans are for when he eventually retires, but Mysterio would be an outstanding coach in the WWE Performance Center, as Mysterio brings decades of experience to the table, which would certainly help the next generation of WWE stars. Number 3. Randy Orton. Our fans were elated in March 2022 when Randy Orton revealed that he plans to wrestle for another decade. Unfortunately, in September of the same year, Orton suffered a massive injury which put his career in serious jeopardy. Orton suffered a back injury which required him to have lower back fusion surgery. This was an incredibly serious injury for Orton to suffer, and there was concern that Orton would never be able to wrestle again. Orton's father, Bob Orton Jr., has stated that Orton is on the mend and will eventually return to a WWE ring, but how long can the multi-time WWE champion continue to wrestle? Could Orton begin to wind his career down and transition into a backstage role? This is something that is actively being encouraged by a number of wrestling personalities, including Teddy Long, who has stated that Orton should call it a day and become a mentor for the young stars in NXT. Number 2. Edge. A WWE Hall of Famer, Edge shocked fans in summer of 2022 when he announced his retirement plans. In a post-show promo after Raw, Edge would declare that he plans on retiring in the summer of 2023. What I didn't dream of this is that I would have to retire for 9 years and fight with every fibre of my being to get this back. All of you are the reason for that. This is a reciprocal relationship. I just stood toe-to-toe with one of the best talents in the future of this industry in Damian Priest, and I can't wait to do it some more. I can't wait to hopefully come back one last time here in Toronto. I'm looking at the calendar. We usually come here in August, so next time in August, I plan on seeing each and every one of you. In a perfect world, we all say goodbye to each other that night. Edge worked endlessly to come out of retirement in 2020 after he was forced to retire 9 years prior due to an injury. Edge retiring on his own terms would be the perfect send-off for the Rated R superstar, and it'll certainly be interesting to see who wrestles the WWE legend in his final ever match. And number 1, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns achieved the biggest win of his career at WrestleMania 38. Reigns would defeat Brock Lesnar as he unified both the WWE and Universal title, but it was after this major victory that Reigns dropped a huge bombshell. In subsequent live events following WrestleMania, Reigns would address the crowd and reveal that his schedule in WWE was drastically altering. Reigns would take on a part-time schedule throughout 2022, and this appears to be Reigns' schedule moving forward, and it's only likely to slow down as the years go on. The days of Reigns being a full-time performer in WWE are officially over, and it appears that Reigns is clearly making plans to explore ventures beyond WWE, whether this be acting or non-wrestling related work. Whilst Reigns hasn't outright stated that he's retiring, he clearly has one foot out the door when it comes to WWE, and WWE could soon be without their tribal chief. But there you have it, folks, 10 WWE wrestlers who will retire in 2023. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.